Hello and welcome to Early Bird Philanthropy. I'm Dean Jones, founder of Early Bird Philanthropy, where we support education and community fundraisers with practical advice and insight. Before we begin, it's important to note that while the following information is thorough and comprehensive, it's always advisable to read and understand the fundraising code of practice yourself and ensure it's aligned with your organisation's specific context. Early Bird Philanthropy offers dedicated support services to help you interpret and embed the code effectively. For those who prefer to engage with the new code in smaller portions, summaries and 8 bite-sized episodes covering its details more gradually are available on the Early Bird resources page of our website. Today's episode is a deep dive into the newly updated UK Fundraising Code of Practice, which came into effect on the 1st of November 2025, and this refreshed code brings important changes designed to reflect modern fundraising practices whilst upholding the highest standards of ethics and transparency. The UK fundraising landscape has changed massively since the last update in 2019. And this code aims to help charities, including schools, colleges and universities, navigate those challenges confidently. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll explore the core principles underpinning the code, the expanded responsibilities for trustees, fundraisers, rights and protections, guidelines for innovation, partnership working, and practical tips for auditing your organisation's fundraising activities against these new standards. Principles-based framework. At its heart, the updated code moves from detailed prescriptive instructions to a principles-based approach, focusing on 4 fundamental principles expected of all fundraisers. Fundraising must be legal, open, honest and respectful, and this means greater emphasis on judgment, flexibility and clear documentation of decisions. It's no longer just about ticking boxes, but thinking deliberately about how fundraising aligns with your organisation's values and community expectations. For education fundraisers, that entails thoughtful consideration of how your fundraising methods engage students, families, alumni and other stakeholders in ways that are ethical and transparent. Trustee and governance role. A significant change concerns greater trustee responsibility in overseeing fundraising risk and compliance. Trustees must actively engage with fundraising activities, understand associated risks, and ensure meaningful support and protection for fundraisers, whether staff, volunteers, or third parties. And this governance focus ensures fundraisers have realistic expectations, ethical frameworks, and organisational backing. When auditing, check that trustees receive regular updates, assess fundraising risks, approve policies and participate in training. Fundraiser protection and wellbeing. The new code enshrines the importance of protecting fundraisers from harm, harassment and undue pressure, especially relevant in education settings where fundraisers may be working closely with vulnerable or pressured groups. Charities must provide clear grievance routes, wellbeing support and realistic targets. An audit should verify the existence and awareness of these protections across your fundraising team, ensuring a safe environment that encourages ethical practice. Transparency and communication openness is fundamental. All communication must clearly state fundraising purposes, how donations will be used and any costs involved. For example, if you're fundraising for a new bursary fund or campus refurbishment, donors must understand exactly where their money goes. Donor-facing materials should be clear and accurate, avoiding ambiguity or inflated claims. Honesty and fairness. All fundraising must be truthful and not misleading. Messaging that misleads or pressures donors violates the code, as does not respecting opt-out preferences. Review your appeals for clarity, accuracy and donor rights. Behind the scenes, organisations must document decisions such as donation acceptance and partnership choice thoroughly. legal compliance and cross-referencing. The code no longer details all relevant legislation, instead signposting to key laws such as GDPR, charity law and employment rules. It's vital that fundraisers and trustees understand the wider legal framework supporting ethical fundraising, especially relating to data protection and safeguarding young or vulnerable people. Innovation and emerging fundraising methods. The updated code fosters innovation, from contactless giving to social media and online platforms, provided that fundraisers manage risks and comply with privacy and consent rules. Innovation must be monitored, assessed for legal compliance, and communicated transparently to supporters. Third-party fundraising partnerships. If part of your fundraising is carried out by agencies or contractors, the code places clear responsibilities on charities to apply due diligence before engagement, monitor performance and implement clear contracts. This area often surprises organisations, but trustee oversight and regular reviews are essential safeguards. Donation acceptance and refusal. The code calls for clear policies explaining when donations may be refused or returned, particularly relevant if funds conflict with organisational values or reputation. Documenting these decisions is vital for transparency and trust. Complaints handling. The new code emphasises swift, constructive engagement with complaints. Accessible complaint mechanisms not only protect supporters, but safeguard charity reputation and improve fundraising practices. Finally, risks and rewards. Ignoring the code risks regulatory sanctions, loss of donor trust and long-term fundraising decline. Alternatively, compliance builds supporter confidence, improves fundraising effectiveness, fosters innovation and creates a fair, safe environment. In summary, and in terms of next steps, as you audit your fundraising practices, embed these updated principles and approaches, strengthen trustee governance and fundraisers' well-being, refresh communications for honesty and clarity, embrace innovation responsibly, manage third parties carefully and establish policies for donation acceptance and complaints. Use the code and fundraising regulators' support guides as your roadmap. Thank you for listening to Early Bird Philanthropy. Visit earlybirdphilanthropy.com for resources and guidance, and subscribe for regular updates on fundraising best practice. Keep fundraising in an ethical way with purpose and integrity. And thank you again for listening.